But right now, new details in the manhunt for Brian Laundrie. The FBI is back at the Florida house of Gabby Petito's missing boyfriend, looking for more clues about where he might be. Victor Akendo is tracking the case from Miami, including new body camera images. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, George. That new body camera video is from a second police officer who arrived on scene that day in August. And in the video, Gabby Petito claims that Brian Laundrie hit her first, but then she backtracked. This is another glimpse into their troubled relationship.
Yeah? Is there something on your cheek here? Looks like, did you get hit in the face?
Overnight, in new body camera footage from August 12th, when police pulled over Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito, we're seeing for the first time officers respond to claims that Laundrie hit Petito, noticing bruises on her body.
Well, to be honest, I definitely hit him first.
Did he hit you though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit him, and then I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you.
I guess, yeah.
Petito quickly backtracked and said Brian grabbed her.
Well, he grabbed me with his nail.
Officers later classifying the incident as a mental emotional health break where they decided to separate the two for the night, neither pressing charges. Laundrie would return to Florida without Gabby roughly 2 weeks later. It's now been 2.5 weeks since Brian Laundrie was last seen. FBI agents returning to the Laundrie home for the second time in 4 days. Agents spending time inside the home and checking the camper parked outside. The Laundrie family attorney saying they were collecting personal items to assist the canines in their search.
The idea that they want to continue with a scent dog to find Brian is fairly encouraging. That means that perhaps they have a location that they're focusing on that we don't know about.
The FBI now leading the urgent search. But newly obtained records show Northport police responded to the Laundrie home dozens of times in the past couple of weeks for so-called calls of service. Details of each call are unknown, but the Northport Police Department says the records include traffic control and any other interactions out there. And 2 of the calls were made the day before Gabby Petito was reported missing, and 3 calls on September 11th. Gabby Petito's cause of death is still unknown. A week after officials ruled it a homicide, Gabby's father, Joe, posting on Instagram saying Gabby followed her own path to travel and see the beauty of this world. You may be gone, but you will make this world a better place.
And back to that body camera video, the city of Moab has announced an independent investigation into how the police department handled that stop. George?
Okay, Victor, thanks very much. Let's bring in Lenny DePaul, a former chief inspector and commander with the U.S. Marshals. You've been in a lot of searches like this. Lenny, how's it going so far?
Well, George, yes, good morning. Right now, law enforcement's chasing a ghost. Brian Laundrie, he's gone dark. He's off the grid. He's not communicating, but I'm sure he's sleeping with one eye open. These fugitive investigators are turning his trusted circle of friends upside down. That digital footprint is very important. Mom, dad, family members. I call it who's who in the zoo. They're looking at everything. So hopefully this thing goes down without incident.
What's the significance of this warrant that's been issued for Laundrie for bank fraud?
Well, that bank fraud warrant the FBI was able to get is a home run for law enforcement, for anyone in law enforcement. They could utilize that to, let's say he's held up in a dwelling or a house. They can make a forced entry now. They have a legal document. They could also use it as leverage going into any conversation with a family member, a trusted circle of friends. Aiding and abetting or harboring a fugitive, it's a federal offense. You're looking at a 5-year mandatory minimum sentence in a federal penitentiary. So you don't want to mess around with things like that. So they could use it to their advantage, law enforcement.
That takes us right to the parents. Do you trust them?
Do I trust the
parents?
The parents are, I'm scratching my head about the parents. I've hunted down violent felony fugitives for 3 decades, and if I Q&A to mom and dad, I'd sit at their kitchen table and I would look mom in the eye and say, Mom, if you knew where your son was, would you tell me? And 9 times out of 10, George, they would say no. That tells me 2 things. 1, they know where he is. And number 2, I got to take a hard look at mom and dad and their cell records and so on and so forth. So it's anyone's guess at this point if mom and dad is cooperating.
What's your gut tell you about where he is and whether he's going to be found?
Oh, that's the million-dollar question. He could be anywhere. They say he's a survivalist. Is he in the Appalachians? Is he in the woods somewhere? Is he in Mexico? Is he sitting on a boat off the coast of Cuba? That's anyone's guess. However, You know, the U.S. Marshals, our task forces, other law enforcement, we're global. We have an attaché in Mexico City and in other areas that fugitives like to run to. So it's very difficult, especially his photo is nationwide. Social media is fired up. I think there's a $170,000 reward out there. And you know, George, the streets talk. So, you know, like I said, I hope this goes down without incident and they put this to bed sooner than later.
Anita Paul, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.